I'm surprised nobody's taken Baby Yoda as their name yet on fantasy movie thing. Let's do it.
I want to find out what its real name is.
It's called the Sorlak.
Because everyone... Is it really?
No. Hello, welcome to Visual Recreation, the essential video guide to winning FML each and every week. I'm your local bombshell Drew.
And I'm Jumanji, and I'm about to take it to the next level as we have a slew of new movies coming out this weekend. So let's just jump right into the new movies. Alright, so the first movie we're taking a look at is, of course, Jumanji the Next Level. Now, the gang is back together, but the game has changed since the last time.
New rules.
And now they have to rescue one of their own. Jumanji the Next Level stars Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or just Dwayne Johnson.
And not to be mistaken though, but Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson aren't playing themselves this time, or kids trying to be them. They're played by Danny Glover is Kevin Hart, and Danny DeVito is The Rock.
Yes.
Oh boy, there's some Inception level acting going on here. If they're not put up for awards and Oscars, I don't know who should be put up for awards and Oscars.
Yeah, it's like an actor case study.
So grab onto your totems because this is going to get wild. Now, Pro Box Office has Jumanji's long-range forecast at $50 million and an opening weekend range of $40 to $60 million. This is rated PG-13. This is just over 2 hours long. And when looking at comps, we decided to look at Jumanji, the second one.
The second one.
Yeah, not the first one, but the second one. You get it. The one with the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the game.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, welcome to the jungle. That one opened up in December of 2017, so around the same time. That one opened up to 3,700 theaters with $36 million. As you can see, it's increased since the last one.
Yes.
So,
looking to make more.
That's right. And when talking about more, let's go into Black Christmas, which is looking for gore.
Gore.
Yeah, that's right. Now, this one is all about sorority sisters getting together for the holiday season. But this time, they're not looking to slay ham. Somebody's looking to slay them.
Wow, I like that.
Really? I got chills.
That was good. Who's in this movie?
The people that are in this movie is Imogen Poots, you got Carrie Ewells, and Lily Donahue. This is also rated PG-13, and it's an hour and 36 minutes.
Very nice. Now, Pro Box Office has the long-range forecast of this movie to be at $14 million with an opening range of $12 million to $17 million.
Not bad.
Yeah, now when looking at comps, we took a look all the way back to 2015, another PG-13 movie that came out in 2,900 theaters and opened on December 4th. It's Krampus, everyone.
Yeah, Krampus.
And Krampus opened to $16 million.
I think last night I woke up to a really bad Krampus in my leg.
Yeah, well, I don't know, looking at opening range of Black Christmas and then 16 million of Krampus, it's kind of close.
Yeah, it's very close, for sure.
Yes, that's right. And now, with it being award season, the next movie that we have to talk about, of course, is Richard Jewell. Now, this is a Clint Eastwood film, and it's all about what took place at the 1996 Olympics when a bomb went off, and Richard Jewell was there to help save the day, but the media and the press villainized him and made him out to be the terrorist.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Now, Richard Jewell stars Olivia Wilde, Sam Rockwell, Paul Walter Hanser as Richard Jewell.
And John Hamm.
Yeah, and John
as I'm a Hamm fan.
Ham fan.
I'm a Hammerhead.
Very
so
nice.
I think that's Army Hammers fans.
That could be.
I think I'm just a Ham fan with John Hamm.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what's the long range forecast looking like for Richard Jewell?
So for Richard Jewell, it's looking to be around $13 million in its opening weekend range, with a $10 to $15 million opening weekend range, I should say, for that one. When looking at comps for this movie, though, we were looking at Patriots Day, which had a limited release in December, but opened up wide in January of 2017, and that made around $11.6 million in around 3,100 theaters. Now, Richard Jewell has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes and is getting some awards buzz.
Yes,
which
it is.
indeed helps its cause.
Absolutely. But now let's dive into all these movies and kind of unpack things as we get to the movie radar or the MODAR.
What's on my GPS right now is Jumanji. I think it's an easy one to know that it's going to be the #1 movie in the box office. It's a family fun flick. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's coming out so close to Star Wars. That's another PG-13 that has fandom and everybody's looking forward to. It's just like, I don't know, Jumanji gets one good weekend, essentially.
Yeah.
You get the opening weekend, and then everybody is sinking their money, or have already sunk their money, into going to see Star Wars opening weekend.
It's true. It's almost like they could have came out the prior week up against Playmobil or something.
That would have been, I think,
they would have had a little more time to get more traction before Star Wars. But I don't know, there's a whole slew of awards talk going on as we are in awards season, and I'm looking at Richard Jewell to pull away with some stuff this week in the Cineplex. It seems like it would be a good play. It's a Clint Eastwood movie. He is still putting out some good work. He's 89 years old.
Wow.
Still cranking them out.
Doesn't look a day over 87. Yeah.
So, still young, still knocking out some pretty good movies for awards. I mean, getting nominated for things.
I think this one has a really, really good shot at doing something in the box office. And also, you also have to be wary of when these awards movies comes out, because there's some that are going to be limited or lower wide released movies. Now on Box Office Mojo, if you look at it, which we don't like to talk about Box Office Mojo a whole lot, but on Box Office Mojo they have wide release Bombshell and Uncut Gems. However, when you go to Pro Box Office, it has Bombshell expanding the next weekend in December 20th, and Uncut Gems doesn't come out till December 25th, probably wider expansion. So, but with those two movies being even out in limited form, what will that do for, like, say, taking Richard Jewell's audience or taking some of the other movies' audience out that's already on the slate or been on the slate for weeks?
Yeah, and that could be like 600 to 650 theaters, or something like that.
Yeah.
And even expanding wide could be 1,000. We were talking about Lion,
Hidden Figures. La La Land.
La La Land was a good one. And these movies, they either they'll hit it one week in your Cineplex and they'll fade off, and then they'll come back and expand again. Yeah. And then hit it again, or you'll have some like Lion that hit it multiple weeks in a row.
One movie I do want to hit upon just a little bit is Black Christmas. This is a movie that is probably going to make some money just because, for the sole fact that it isn't overcrowded. It's not. There's not a lot of horror movies that come out this time of year, but there's also not a lot of horror options this time of year. And this one, I think, could be a good mix of both. You're going to have that niche audience. It's only PG-13. We've seen PG-13 horror movies do incredibly well in Fantasy Movie League. And I think that Black Christmas being PG-13 could have a good hold to where it could hit maybe the higher end of its long-range forecast opening of $16 to $17 million, and could possibly be a nice play of, like, I don't know, depending on its pricing, could be a 7 times play or a nice 6 times play. You never know.
Yeah, that's true, because there's no competition at all for it right now. Like each one of these movies has another movie from a prior week that could pull an audience away from it. And then all the award movies, they're all competing because there's award talk around them. But yeah, like you said, Black Christmas, it's very niche. So a lot of things to consider.
Too many things.
Especially looking at the expansions and limited releases of different movies. A lot of things to look into. So make sure you are doing that research. Good luck with your Cineplex this week. That's all we have for you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and remember,
sometimes you gotta risk it to get that biscuit.